Everybody, I thought I'd jump on today because I was just following a few things this week and I felt it was I wanted to raise something that I thought was kind of interesting. The personal development world is very much about telling you what you need to do in order to be better, do better, feel better and all this lot. And a statement that has become quite a strong one, has become quite a bold one, is the term, I am enough. And now there's a lot of fads in the self-development world, and new words and new phrases that everybody follows. But recently, I'm hearing that saying that you're enough is not good enough, which I find really kind of funny. Because as a black woman, for example, I do a radio show fortnightly on a Tuesday. So it's all about listening to black men and answering questions, which is great. I love it because I do believe that we have to listen to each other. But a lot of what comes through are tales from black men saying black women ain't good enough for this because we don't do this, we don't do that. And black women themselves often strive for excellence, which is another thing that comes up, striving for excellence. So we try to be better. We try to do better because we have to. Because in the workplace, we're not seen as better. In the world, we're not seen as better. We're not seen as even enough because, you know, all you have to do is look at the statistics of healthcare for black women versus anybody else and you'll see that we're suffering the most, right? So many of us have had to come to a stage where we're finally feeling like we're enough. You know, being in relationships with guys where they're saying you're not wifey material, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, what they want from women, and the reason why they see more than one woman is because they can't get enough from one. They've got to, you know, spread it out a bit so that they can get a bit from everybody. And that in itself is another way of sort of saying we're not enough. But, you know, it's usually to do with, it's nothing to do, if someone else wants to do that, someone wants to cheat or have loads of people, it's nothing to do with the woman, it's to do with their own attachment anxieties, you know, and seeking validation from multiple women so that they can feel enough. You know, so black women and black men are all feeling like they're not enough. So if you've gotten to a stage where you feel like you're enough and you can finally say, I'm enough, I feel like that's the first stage in your evolution, because you have to feel enough to then go past that and to realise that you're more than enough. You're fantastic, you're fabulous, you're amazing. Do you get what I mean? You are the prize. So, I don't know about this new wave that's coming through that's saying to say you're enough is not basically enough. It's like a double doozy, you know? It's like, oh, wait a minute, I've just finally started to feel like I'm enough, and now you're telling me that I shouldn't say I'm enough. That's not good enough. Your journey is your journey, do you get what I mean? I work with black women. I niche to start working with black women because of all of this stuff, because often we're being told about how we're supposed to be by people that have no idea of our positioning in life or what we've had to go through in life to even get to this. And I tell you a secret, in case you didn't know, most of us working with people to help them feel better have at one stage felt the way you did, and we've just finally got ourselves to a place where we can finally see, you know, the woods for the trees, or if that's the saying, I can't remember now. We've finally gotten to a stage where we feel strong and we feel like we're enough. And not only do we feel like we're enough, we know that we're more than enough. So I don't know about saying to disregard the term I am enough, because I think that if you have finally got to a stage where you feel like you're enough, don't let no one tell you any different, yeah? You're doing well, you're doing well. You're like on the first level to recovery of yourself and all of who you are. And you will surpass saying I'm enough one day, and you'll become someone who's like, I am the prize, I'm more than enough. So yeah, that was my own little thoughts today. I've been thinking about this week because I've heard it a few times now. You know, saying that you're enough is not a bad thing. it means that you've finally gotten some value, some worth for yourself, and now you've moved on, you know? And then once you feel like you're enough, that's where you grow. That's where you start to go, wow, actually, I'm more than enough. I'm great. So you go be your fabulous self and stay in your lane until you find a new lane, and then jump up and help the others up. That's what I'm doing. Ciao.